class, and welcome to our lesson on recognizing nouns, which is page 43 of your Journeys Reader's Notebook. Let's begin by defining exactly what is a noun. A noun is a word that names a person, a place, or a thing, and we can also add idea onto there. Now, nouns are then divided into two different groups. One of those groups is going to be what is considered a common noun. Now, a common noun names any person, place, or thing. So, for example, desk, chair, dresser, bed, floor, those are all common names because it names any person, place, or thing. Another category for a noun is a proper noun. And a proper noun takes a common noun one step further and names a particular person, place, or thing. For example, the name of your school. School is a common noun. West Navarre Intermediate School is a proper noun. Your principal. Principal is a common noun. Mrs. Dorsey is a proper noun. So remember, we have a noun, which is a word that names a person, place, or thing, but then that is subdivided into common nouns and proper nouns. So in 1 through 4, it says to write the nouns and tell whether each is a common or proper noun. So on the lines, we're going to look at this. Francesca watches the Radio City Rockettes perform. So let's take it word by word. Francesca. Is that a word that names a person, place, or thing? Well, it's telling who does it, so it does name a person, place, or thing. Now, is it a particular? Is this somebody's particular name? Francesca. Yes. So we're going to say that that is going to be a proper noun. Now, Francesca watches, that tells what she's doing, watches the Radio City Rockettes perform. Now we see that Radio City Rockettes are all capitalized. So we know that's probably going to be a proper noun because it is a particular name of a dance group, Radio City Rockettes. So we know that Radio City Rockettes then is going to be a proper noun. Now, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says, she learns dance steps from them. Let's look at she. This tells who is doing it. She is doing it. But does it name a person, place, or thing? Does it say the teacher, the student, the child, the boy? No, it does not. So she is not a noun. Learns. Well, that's telling what she's doing, so we know that's going to be the verb. Now, dance steps. Dance. Now, dance could be a common noun if it was, did we go to the dance? But in this case, it's telling what kind of steps. And so we know that steps is going to be a common noun. And dance then becomes an adjective. Now it's from them. Well, we know that neither one of these words is naming a person, place, or thing. So the only noun we have in number 2 is steps. Let's look at number 3. Her dance teacher. Well, again, we know that dance could be a noun, but in this case, it's telling what kind of teacher. Her dance teacher. So these are adjectives. Teacher is going to be your noun. Now, is teacher a common or proper noun? Well, in this instance, it is not naming a particular teacher. It's just naming a person. So we know that teacher then is going to be a common noun. Now, her dance teacher, Roma, well, we see that Roma starts with a capital R, and it is somebody's name, So we then know that Roma is going to be a proper noun. Used to be a rocket. Well, we see that rocket is capitalized, so we know that's a particular name for a dance group, so that too is going to be a proper noun. Now, I'm going to leave you to do number 4 by yourself. Francesca's mother once performed at Radio City Music Hall. Be careful with this one. I will let you know that there are only 2 nouns in this sentence. One is a proper noun, one is a common noun. Now let's jump down to 5 through 17. It says to underline all the nouns in this paragraph. Well, I'm going to do the first 2 sentences with you, and then after that, you will do the last 2 sentences on your own. So, on weekends. Is weekends a noun? Does it name a person, place, or thing? Well, it most definitely names a thing because it tells us a day of the week. So, but it's not a particular day of the week. So, it is going to be a common noun. On weekends, Sarah. Now, Sarah, we see that it's capitalized. We know that it names a person, place, or thing. We know that it is somebody's particular name. So we know that Sarah is a proper noun. Sarah played with the other girls. Girls is it names a person, place, or thing, but it's not listing them by their particular name, so we know that girls is a common noun. On her block, that tells a place. That's where she lives, but it's not giving an exact address, so it is a common noun. The children, okay, we know that children are people, but it's not giving a particular name for the children, so we know that children is a common noun. Drew hopscotch squares. Now, hopscotch helps to define squares, so we know that squares is a common noun. On the sidewalk. And the sidewalk tells a particular place, or tells a place, but it's not giving the exact address of the sidewalk. So sidewalk is simply a common noun. Now I will leave you to do the other 2 sentences on your own. They played jump rope and chanted rhymes. On Tuesdays, she studied African dance and hip hop at Bert's studio. Now, I want you to take a look at our notes. Nouns. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. For people, it is like Mrs. Rye, Mrs. O'Brien, lunch lady, janitor, Miss Anderson, librarian. Those are all people. Some of these in this list are particular names of people, and some are just identifying them as people. Places, gym, computer lab, library, playground, music room, reading area. These are all places, but it's not naming particular places, so they're not capitalized. Things, markers, notebook, book bag, pencils, book, sharpener. These are all things, but they're not names of particular things, so they're not capitalized. Ideas, anger, peace, sadness, nervousness, happiness. These are all ideas, things that you can't necessarily touch, but they're still nouns. So a common noun is any person, place, thing, or idea. Examples of common nouns are dog and teacher. A proper noun is the name of a particular person, place, thing, or idea. Examples, Emmett or Mrs. Rye. Proper nouns must always be capitalized because they are a particular name. So make sure you record your notes, and you may do this at the bottom of page 43 from your reader's notebook or on a separate sheet of paper. All right, I will see you tomorrow in class. Thank you.